You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM. The most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
They confuse us with so much life. Just come on this way. even thinking that we will realize. And if we criticize, we could be ostracized. We don't know who to trust. That's why I say, Lord, please listen to this prayer that comes from before. Please send us another Moses again. Oh, we just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. Time to make them oppress us pay. So
getting on. We're fighting, making porn. Us schoolgirls, you won't believe. Live MMA, they pulling weave. Check the vibes, they're living by. Dance all slackness, get rich or die. Alkaline to overdose. Mention maestro, they don't know. No morals, no ethics. There is a centrifugal black hole, but we must move quick to wake their conscience and save their soul. So long we've been hearing evil triumphs when good men do nothing. No triggers pump while words be fraughting, and while church attendance real low. Protest pack plus them casino, while black market prices haggling. Through a pot, the big guns they smuggling. Spanish women are hot like their music. Saucy salsa, human traffic Trinidad. We can't wait. The devil making hay while we sleep. Tell them talk is cheap. We're caught in the world when we have to reap. While we look on numb as more mothers who weep. We're caught in the world when we have to reap. Oh yeah. Oh no. Busy street, yes, in our city. Killed by beasts who show no pity. Now there's fear and trepidation. What is happening to our nation? So I pray this one infraction will propel us into action. Trinidad, the time is now. We have to take our country back while these monsters flow. We cannot run from their attack. That is why I'm still saying time to stand up and be counted. Our young girls, they're being hunted, not for jobs by institutions, but by clubs for prostitution. While from you guys, some are ranging on the seas, cargo exchanging in the Gulf, drugs, guns and women, and the Coast Guard cannot stop them. Trinidad, the time is now. Look how the murder rate leap. Tell them talk is cheap. We're caught in the world when we have to reap. Before more of our daughters, they put us to sleep. Must stop this world and we have to reap. Time to stand up and be counted. We must defeat this threat they've mounted. We cannot wait for no messiah. Like Nero fiddling through the fire. But while the flames we keep romancing, the grim reaper keeps advancing. Across the land he casts his shadow, flashing victims to the marrow. Trinidad, the time is now. Look how the price we pay in don't steep. Why some labor keep? We're caught in the world when we have to reap. We need a fresh new broom for a broad crime sweep. Must stop this world when we have to reap. Save our land, Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I say you get up one morning, your elders have something. You don't know how they get it, but you want to use it. But if you ask them old people to get the things what they went through, ask them this any day, and your parents sure to say, black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're able to get a pulley and jam with the devil. Why? Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're ready to swim offshore and hold your boat steady. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you're here, you get a little something. With a dragon eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man do get nothing easy. you get up one morning, and oil money running. How it come you don't know, so that it can how the thing go. But if they read about Uriah, they wanna find out the pressure. How we get so much old hell to get a penny from TLL. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that eagle eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. We get up one morning, independence happening. They think the thing come easy, now they're taking liberty. But if they know about petition, we are to send to England for some woman to tell we in this colony free. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. People hold you, humiliate you, turn on and sell you, and then they free you. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that dragon eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. So when a black man gets something, he got to start thinking to get it there easy. He got to practice economy, from getting licks from the slave master to become the landowner. Brother, it's a terrible journey, packed with plenty brutality. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to rise up, you got to stand up, pick up your mind, you will always stay on top. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to
apple of thine eye, hide me under the shadow of thy wing, O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle, so sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it, Jesus. Come and be while you fix it, Jesus. Come and be. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it, Jesus. Come and be while you fix it, Jesus. Come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it, Jesus. Come and be while you fix it, Jesus. Come and be. Come and be home. from evils unknown. Cover my feet, so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know He's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Jesus, cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Yes, 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 yes. Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's the last show for the year. Yeah. The last in the village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Warsheet for the year, folks. So we want you to do tonight, since it's the last show, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook and X, WZYE TV and YouTube. And also you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. And this is how we start the thing.
It have our place, WZYE, where they treat you like friends and family. So if you're looking for a place to belong, going WZYE, you could come along. If you have haste, do come with me. We do have dad on WZYE, Santa Meditate.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. And of course, we always say it doesn't matter what color t-shirt you have on. You have on a pink t-shirt, a burgundy t-shirt, an orange t-shirt. Each and every one is welcome in the village on WZYE 95.9 FM. Doesn't matter what planet you're from. You're from Mazatania, Xenorania, Sonoranius. Each and every one is welcome on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we also say to you that we'll bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And this is our oath/pledge to you, the people, that's what we will do. Take a listen.
Anselm LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our oath/pledge to you, the people, that we will bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I may bring in my co-host, the man himself, the one and only, Uncle Tommy. Tommy, how are you going today?
Good, thank you, and a good evening to everybody in the village, especially to you, Wall Street. And I should say a happy year end to New Year to you, because, I mean, we're knocking on 2025's door right now.
Correct is right. And so how was your day?
Quite good. I did a little bit of traveling. So I'm in a different space today. But I'm quite good. Happy to be here.
What would you be doing for the New Year? Oh, New Year's Eve, not New Year, New Year's Eve.
Well, my daughter asked me to go to church with her, so I agreed. So that's what I'm going to be doing, most likely.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be going by my sister-in-law. She lives about 45 minutes away, but I think she lives about 45 minutes to an hour away from
here in Jersey?
Yeah, in Jersey. Yeah, so we're gonna make that trek up there, and all the family gonna be there. So that's always a good occasion.
Sounds good. Sounds quite good.
Yeah, and then we bring in the New Year there. Some people like to go into New York, but I'm not a New York type of person.
You watch New York on the television?
Yeah. You watch the ball drop on the television. That is it. Yeah, and but other than that, I need to do something here. No, I didn't. Oh, I didn't upload that one here. That's what it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, but Tommy.
Yes, sir. Yes, Professor.
It is a momentous occasion in Trinidad and Tobago.
I have observed it's quite disturbing too.
I mean, before we go to the chat, what is your take on this state of emergency?
Well, I personally believe better late than never, but then I know that it's all gamesmanship because we didn't even have to wait to get to this point for this to come up.
Mm.
The right measures could have been taken way in advance, but like I said, better late than never.
So me, I can't say better late than never to me, because we could have saved a lot of lives.
Absolutely.
And in my estimation, and you know what make it even worse, Tommy, boy? You know what make it even worse? Well, for me at least. And then we have the Minister of Energy taking people for fools and telling us how the Prime Minister is not the Minister of National Security. And when they ask why he's not there, you know, I mean, Tommy,
Isn't he? Isn't he the buck stop with him? He's the head of the NSC.
yes, he is.
So
He
what
is.
is the NSC? What is the role of the NSC?
But I mean, he's in charge of the National Security Council. As a matter of fact, Tommy, you remember the last time we had something kind of similar happen, and he called the National Security Council, he called the COP, the Commissioner of Police, he called the fella from the Army, he called the fella from the Coast Guard. You understand? If he was able to call someone from the New York City Police, he would have called them too. He called everybody, because he is the man in charge of the National Security Council.
But I still wonder if that energy minister take everybody for fools.
Well, and make first worse and second worse, or could we say first worse and second worse? Let me make up out worse. You can make that up, Tommy. Worse. You could use that.
Yeah, you could say it in Trinidad lingo, wassa.
Yeah, all right. Let me take out something worse than, well, I think they're going head and head. They ask Fitzgerald a question, and Stuart Young answer for him. I mean, when I see that, if that fella should have been removed long time ago, that right there shows you that he should have been removed. I mean, the Prime Minister should have come out with an announcement. We're gonna make somebody the new Minister of National Security for the rest of the time they're in office until they leave in 2025.
Something is going on. Because you bring in Scotland and you just put them underneath the same square peg in the round hole.
Mm. And where was he today? Where was Scotland today? Was he there? Was he there today?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
Boy, Tommy, boy, I don't know, boy. The more it look like things are getting better, it's getting worse first. So, no Prime Minister, and I had to do an editorial on that. No Prime Minister, right, at the press conference. Oh, Tommy, explain something to me now.
If I can.
Nah. I ain't gonna give you no. I just give things that you could explain.
You're trying to strain my brain?
Nah. You don't have to strain your brain. Explain to me how you could have a state of emergency without a curfew. Help me with that.
I guess
Only way-
the SOE is just so that they wouldn't need a search warrant to run in house X, Y, or Z.
So what you're saying? If I need to run into your house, I could. So I thought the SAU was ready to deal with all the killings going on in Trinidad and Tobago, the high murder rate.
Well, hopefully that's the plan.
Okay. So it appears to me, Tommy. So all right, let's look and we gone national. Let's look at something here. All right, let's look at this one here. You see this on the screen? State
Yep.
of emergency declared in Trinidad and Tobago. NBC News. NBC News, right?
Mm-hmm.
This come after a weekend of deadly gang-related violence and reprisal shootings. Right? Man make, look at man they boy, he gone global,
Yep, NBC.
Yeah, NBC. And then it tells you that Trinidad and Tobago has declared a state of emergency on Monday as the government braced for reprisal shooting after an attempt on a gang's leader, life officials said. The dual Caribbean nation off the coast of Venezuela will use the emergency to launch an anti-gang crackdown, authorities said. So, Tommy, you telling me you need a state of emergency to crack down on gangs?
Well, that's what they say, eh?
I mean, folks, I'm missing something, eh? And I apologize. There will be no curfew. The declaration will come with increased police and military action.
Yeah, well, police and military have a open slate to terrorize, or should I say, to interrogate whomever they so choose.
So now, Tommy, there could be selective prosecution. You could select people and say, all right, you see you just talk bad because you just talk bad about the PNM. Eh? You? All right. We coming for you. And who is to tell Tommy whether these people are legitimate police, legitimate regiment, or the fake ones? Who is to tell? Who is to tell that? How do you know that?
You just have to take the word. You have to just take the word for granted.
And when you just come and you could just bust down my door.
Yeah, but as long as the police, we come to search. We understand you have arms and ammunition here, and this just search on your whole house.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they're looking for the cash.
Looking for it. Defense forces will become de facto police officers, and both are allowed to conduct searches without a warrant.
That's right.
Office of the Prime Minister, Stuart Young, said at a news conference. Bail will be suspended, and those suspected of committing a crime can be held for 48 hours without a charge. That could be extended another 7 days by court approval, Young says. I just go ahead to talk about gang leaders, and Trinidad and Tobago have seen a record number of murders this year. The island republic have recorded an unprecedented 623 homicides for the year to date. And according to Hines, gang-related activities have accounted for 263 of them. There you have it, Tommy. We gone local, on global, boy. We global. Yeah, global. We global. NBC News, boy. We ain't easy. All right, let me go into the chat.
First.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You want me to go ahead?
Yeah, yeah. With the chat.
Yeah, Mr. Intellectual was first, of course.
Yeah, he says, good evening, pro Uncle T and all villagers. I hope everyone had a marvelous Monday in spite of losing some of your constitutional rights. You could say that again. But you know what? Tommy, you know we did an editorial employing the Prime Minister. And just as the opposition leader did, for him to have a state of emergency, but the fella hardened, you know. He hardened, boy. He don't listen to me. Well, every once in a while he does listen. But he very hardened. Very hardened. And it's hard to get him to listen. I get him to listen once or twice, you know. Yeah. I get him to listen. But sometimes, boy. Let me go back to the chat. Mr. Intellectual say, well, it started. Let's see what kind of democracy we'll have come 2025. Prawn Uncle, remember some of the things we discussed when I started calling this program? Yeah, fully remember. 100. Yeah. How should one look at this state of emergency? Why should our right and freedom be infringed on? Why must people's rights be infringed on for police and the army to do their work? Well, when you have an incompetent government, and Tommy, this is another thing I've said, and I'm going to say it in my editorial as well. In the history of Trinidad and Tobago, we have never had a reactionary government rather than a proactive government like this government. It's a reactionary government. Something happened. Tommy, you just the other day when the MP died, God rest her soul, they set up a committee for that,
Correct.
right? It's like them just wait for things to happen, and when they happen, they're trying to put the toothpaste back in the tube. They're trying to put the toothpaste back in the tube.
Yep. Set up a commission.
Set up a commission. Set up a commission. Now, state of emergency, when it should have been done long time ago. You know how much lives we could have saved, Tommy?
Absolutely.
You know how many lives we could have saved if that fella wasn't so hardened? You know when you're going up to talk about how people to be hardened. Caribbean Soul, welcome. Mr. Intellectual, there's something that we are not being told. I feel it has something in the motor more than the pest, and I'm wondering what that is. I don't know, everybody. Something missing. The elites have to boost their fireworks and celebrate another year of making a huge profit. Rowley and them can't put the curfew. You're mad? Oh, God. Bijram, welcome. Good day, Uncle Tommy and Wall Street, all listeners locked on. Share the live Trinidad and Tobago. Lord put a hand to the menu, dal curry and curry duck. All right, I know that. Yeah. Alvin Sammy. Welcome. Alvin, where you joining us from? That name sounds new, right, Tommy? Alvin Sammy?
Yeah, that's a brand new one. Alvin Sammy.
Yeah. Alvin, where you joining us from?
Welcome to the village, Alvin.
Welcome to the village. Oh, let's give Alvin a welcome. Welcome, Alvin. Donna Ramluchan, welcome. Dane Khan. If it was to defend Avi or Jindal, you'd have been front and center. Oh, God. Oh, God. Tommy. Hey, ban me. Oh, God, ban me. I mean, take off your red bandana, man. Tommy, you read what he's saying there?
Yeah, he said, don't blame Heinz. Look like he doesn't run his own ministry.
So why is all right? Let me go with Banmea. Let me go with what Banmea says. So why is he Minister of National Security? Why, Tommy?
Well, he need a ministerial job, so they just put that there.
So he's a figurehead.
Well, I guess you could figure it out.
Man, me, pick up them red sunglasses you have on, eh? And put on that red cup you have in that with that red juice you have in it. Your tutu showing, man. Your tutu showing. You're exposing your tutu. Yeah, your tutu showing. Yeah. Then can a state of emergency without a curfew is like bathing with your clothes still on.
Hmm.
Yeah. Here comes the next one now. P&M Fox. Rah. I know for a fact P&M Fox and Patty, Tommy, they jumping up, boy. Yeah, boy. State of emergency. Well done, Prime Minister Rowley. Well done. The Prime Minister did an excellent job, boy. Yeah. The chain, boy. You know, Christmas gone and they still eating black cake and sweet bread, Tommy. And puncha cream.
And drinking sorrel.
And drinking sorrel. Yeah. No more, be only sorrel. You're drinking sorrel. Yeah. Patty and them in the glory, boy. They in the glory. You know, I saw she said this, or she changed it around Tommy again. I think yesterday she said, "Good night, Mr. Wall Street and Tommy." But she went back, she reverted back today. "Good night, Mr. Tommy and Wall Street." Yeah.
Good night, Patty.
Yeah. Patty. She's a different type of P&M. She's a different type of P&M. Yeah. She different. You know. But don't worry, Pat. Don't worry, Tommy. We go be able to convince Patty to do the right thing. I know that. Wall Street for an educator, your thinking leaves plenty to be desired. What she mean by that, Tommy?
I don't know what she wished for.
What she mean?
Well, if it leaves plenty to desire, I don't know what she had in mind.
I know which thinking, boy. Patty, which thinking you talking about? The critical thinking? You know, Tommy, I read the book Mindset by Dr. Carol Dweck.
Mm-hmm.
They say people have two kind of mindset, eh? Either a fixed mindset or a growth mindset.
Right.
And I want to think that many of the P&M people have a fixed mindset. And here is why. Instead of them thinking for themselves, whatever they hear, like them here in a press conference today, right? Today, them just regurgitating that.
You sure 90% of the population don't have a fixed mindset?
So me, I ain't going there with you, no?
I somehow I feel the growth mindset only is at 10%.
Yeah, Tommy, you go ahead and go there. You go ahead. Go ahead and go there, Tommy.
No. I ain't diving in too deep. I just touching the surface.
Not Tommy. I go ahead. You go ahead and touch the surface, Tommy. You know, not me, huh, Tommy, right? 90%, boy, Tommy. That's a big number, you know.
Yeah, you have to realize that it's only a small percentage of the people who have a growth mindset, you know.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we need to get more people to read that book then, Tommy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I wonder if Patty and P&M Fox ever read that book. You think so? I ain't sure, no. Hey, Patty, could you explain your statement, Wall Street for an educator, your thinking leaves plenty to be desired? Okay. I don't understand. Dean Khan says all them honor man in trouble, especially the police also. Okay. Oh God, boy. Trini boy.
Only Trinidad.
Yeah, Robert, good night. Wall Street, if a curfew was implemented in this SU, Trinidad will go into further economic downward spiral. People already are hurting. Nah, Robert. I'm sorry. Nah. Right? There are many things you can do with a curfew, right? That doesn't have a drastic effect on the economy of the country. Many things you can do. But you see, as always with this government, they didn't think this thing through, man. It's the spaghetti theory again. Them come out, they throw stuff up on the wall and just see what goes stick. That is it. Yeah. Patricia Patty says, you really want to sit there and say, what if? How do you know that police are police? Do you think the requirement of evidence for conviction will fly out the door? But Tommy, haven't there been people robbing people with police uniform?
True.
So how? So we should disregard that. You know what? Disregard that. Disregard that. Don't worry about that. Once a person show up at your front door and they have on a police uniform, just open the door for them. Let them come in. If they have a police uniform or if they have an army uniform, Coast Guard out there too, Tommy? Coast Guard too?
I don't know if the Coast Guard doing a job. They'll be mining or manning the coast or the waterway.
So if it's the police and the army, once they in them uniform, just let them inside. Or they ain't even had that because they bust down the door. Bust down the door. And that is it. Right? Party. Mindset, party. Mindset. PR, you come out hitting under the belt. Okay. Hi, Aaron. Are you correct about that? What are you correct about?
That's hitting under the belt.
Economics?
That's hitting under the belt.
No, he's talking about the economics. No. She's talking about the one with far educator.
Nah.
Which one? Which one under the belt? That the only one that song, right?
Oh yeah, that's the one under the belt.
Yeah. That is the one under the belt. I think this is an issue should be treated with care. Patty, all the time when the opposition leader called for a state of emergency in January 2024. Think about it, Tommy. If we had a state of emergency beginning back then, you think we would have reached 630 something murders in the country?
Definitely not.
Okay. You know how much lives that could have saved, Patty? You know how many lives? What is different back then to now, other than the whole thing has gotten worse? And none of the policies that they have put with respect to crime have worked. None. Zero. No, duck. None. Not one. All right. So here is this. I want Patty, PNM Fox, and the silent PNM listeners, the silent ones, or look at send a text to 973-868-1444. I want one policy, one crime fighting policy that reduced crime in Trinidad and Tobago over the last, give them 10 years, Tommy, or just last year? Which one? 10 years. Give them 10 years. Last 9 years. One. I want one. I'm looking for one, eh? One. Just one. Give me one.
COVID.
Tommy, you know I could get one myself. You know that?
Go ahead.
Let me get them one. COVID. I get all your one. I get all your one. So give me next one. Or you can't come with that one. I take
like
that one.
You look into my brain.
Yeah. Let me take that one off the table. COVID. I taking that one off the table. Because they are going to wreck their brains now, Tommy. So no COVID. I take that one off the table. One, eh? One. I'm looking for one. And I'm sticking to that tonight. One. Election is next year. Vote how you feel. But now give the police your support. Patty, nobody insane not to give the police no support. we are just talking about things that have happened in the past, and there's a great possibility it could happen again, because now it's open sesame. And you know, Tommy, about retaliation in Trinidad and Tobago. When you're on the wrong side of the fence, watch yourself, Cancel Christmas, when you're on the wrong side of the fence, because they could come after you, Yeah. PR, you can't let the government disregard it. It's the citizen right. Make them uncomfortable. So yeah, Patty, you ought to get a state of emergency to make people uncomfortable. Tommy? You ought to get a state of emergency. Tommy, if you know all the gang leaders, why you can't go after them without a state of emergency? So what you are telling me is that you sitting there watching the country going to the dogs, right? And the only thing you could come up with, right, is to have a state of emergency almost years later, after the horse already bolted the stable. The horse bolted the stable already, and you're trying to pull it back. I hear this one. Next thing they call the election during the state of emergency. What will happen then? No. But it's not a curfew, so nothing ain't gonna happen, man. Things still normal, right, Tommy?
Yep.
Yeah, everything's still normal, man. I ain't think that
all this SOEs does is allow them to take action without having a warrant.
Right. They're allowed to come and bust down your door now. Bust down your door, bust up, open your car, open your trunk, open your what is that thing in the car again? What have in my car? The thing where there's open inside the car, now, Tommy. The sunroof. Open your sunroof. Yeah. Anything they could come and open now. And they don't need your okay to do it. I said, boy, think it easy. Wall Street say he calling SOE. When it's done, he have a problem still. No, Patty, is the timing, Patty. Timing is everything. Timing is everything. Right? When you supposed to call it. As a matter of fact, when we come back, Tommy, I will play a video with in the Prime Minister words about a SOE. In Prime Minister, boy, that fella, boy. Sometimes I don't think he should say anything. Seriously. Look where I ain't get no answer to the question yet, but look where PNM Fox gone back to 2011. Yeah? But you know what? PNM Fox, maybe that SOE saved that SOE saved a lot of lives, Think about it. 2011, it was 354 murders for that year. Think about it. 354, That was the lowest between 2010 and 2015, Tommy, we ain't gonna take that today, boy.
That's better than 500 or 600.
350. Oh, Foxy, PNM Fox, thanks for that point. Plenty of them people, some of them might be still living today because of that. Folks, we're gonna go for a quick station identification, of course. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Of course, don't forget you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509. 973-609-6509. Remember, notes and texts are welcome also.
We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington, you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook and X. WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. Caller, hold on. Go ahead, Tommy.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. And remember, we are off tomorrow. We're giving you the day off and the time off of WZYE to celebrate the new year.
Caller, welcome. Mr. Intellectual, welcome.
Good evening, gentlemen, and everybody on the line.
Yeah, man.
This SOE, I'm not sure what is the reason for it, because the explanation that was given today seemed to be very, very vague. Right? It doesn't match up to the circumstances that warrants a SOE. When they had this situation where they were saying that the SSA wanted to overthrow the government, why we didn't have a SOE? That warranted an SOE. Right? Because people wanted to overthrow the government.
Right.
But we didn't call an SOE then. We had people murdered in Arima, 5 children dead, and it had ones that had people killed in Shafford courts and all over the places, heap of people, and people were doing retaliation, killing, and all this kind of thing. And they were using the same sort of big guns, you know, those air rifles and whatever gun that they choose to use. And we didn't have a problem with that. How come just on the eve of New Year's Eve, we decide, well, hey, we want a state of emergency, and we're going to enter into 2025 on a state of emergency. Something not adding up here, and it has me very wary about where our democracy is going. I am fearful that this could take a serious turn, especially you're not introducing a curfew, but you're taking away the people's right so that the police could enter your home at any given time under suspicion. And these are the things that I am very concerned about, because most of the places and them that started off with raw dictatorship started off similar like this, you know. State of emergencies, and next thing you know, election went out the door, and you hear people start to die. Police start to do things that they're not supposed to do because they have the legal authority to enter into people's home, and next thing you know, you hear people dead, you hear people shoot at the police, and next thing you know, the police have to shoot back at them, and all kind of scenarios. As I said earlier on, it has something in the mortar more than the pestle. And if we're not concerned about our democracy, earlier on the Prime Minister said that there is no need for SOE and these kind of things to solve crime and stuff like that. How come all of a sudden they change their mind and they decide, well, hey, watch me, we need ISO. Why? Why now? Why at this particular point in time? Why is it trying to hide? Why is it trying for we not to find out? These are some of the things that I am concerned about. It's not that I think that we should have had a handle on crime long ago.
Long ago. Absolutely.
Facilities.
Yep.
You know, we just didn't use the facilities that we have. And now we're reaping the rewards, and now we're going on a road that is very, very kind of iffy, you know?
Yeah, and we putting a band-aid on a sore right now. After we let...
You also point out any way that I could relieve my fears. I would accept that. I out for any suggestion right now, because my mind just going back to history, and I seen some of the clear-cut symptoms of dictatorship hitting me square in my face here. I want this whole system to prove me wrong. Because you won't believe how much I want to be wrong at this present time. I just want to be wrong for what it is I am seeing at present. I don't want to be right in this particular instance at all, because it's not good for my country. I just want to be wrong. If all you understand me, gentlemen.
No, I understand exactly what you're saying. I understand fully what you're saying.
Listening. Sorry about yesterday. I had to leave you guys. And let me say congratulations to Mr. Regrello. And that was something positive for us. But I had to leave you guys yesterday because I had something very important that I had to deal with.
No problem, man.
Again, I'll listen on. Have a blessed evening.
Yeah.
If I feel to, I may give in a check-in again later.
Okay, man. Thanks a lot.
Blessed evening.
Yeah.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah, Tommy. Caribbean Soul say I read that fixed mindset book and it carry me straight to the bar. Okay. The financial guru, welcome.
Yes, good. Good. It's afternoon, right? Good evening. Or
No volume.
7 p.m. 7 p.m. Yeah.
One thing clear, you know. Professor Walls also told me, you know,
Volume.
all years, yeah, here in down under, you know, and before I go back to New York in a couple of days, very interesting situation going on, and I hear Mr. Intellectual very well. I just wanted to point out and make a few pointers. And the fact is, you know, here it is, you have Trinidad and Tobago. We don't know if what's the murder rate actually, because at the press conference, Mr. Young pointed out that 623 homicides, but Mr. Fitzgerald Hines, the National Security Minister, he pointed out it was 614 tested 26. So we don't know. And then if you go on Ian Allen, it's 635. So they're all over the place. It seems like they're trying to keep the murder rate down. But the point is, this is what I really want to get at. Here it is, you have a nation, 1.5 million people, 1,500 square miles, 635, 614, 623, whatever it is. And you want to know why it is we can get a handle of 5 people being killed in Prisca Land's level 2. Then you have some people getting shot this morning. And in such a small area, if you look at New York City, where you grew up in, Uncle Tommy, you probably live in New York too, I don't know. You might have been living in Jersey. I live in New York for the 30 years I've been there. 277 murders for 8.5 million people, with a police force of 35 or 36,000 people. Trinidad have about 7,000 or 8,000 policemen. Now, I just want to go to the solutions because I know Mr. Intellectual talking about the issue of democracy, and it might be dictatorship. Dr. Rowley already check out. He already check out. He thinking probably if he come back, if he go for the Martin West, he probably could go to Ireland or come up here and live with his daughter or teach anywhere. Same thing with Paul Member. These guys have to go because they're not providing the kind of leadership. So I just want to point out some things. If we have to change, it has to be comprehensive. Everybody has to be pulling in the same direction. That is why I know you disagree with me and with Mr. Gary Griffith. Mr. Gary Griffith can assist Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street, despite what everybody says, because statistics show that there was a decline before Emmanuel Jacob or Mr. William McDonald Jacob came in, and Mrs. Luna Christopher, she's out of the loop. But here's the thing: unless this government starts fixing all them boats, this is solutions. Just give me 2 or 4 minutes, 3 minutes. Unless this government gets serious about fixing those boats and start putting that concentric ring so they could stop all of Venezuelans from coming in with guns, drugs, prostitutions, donkey, parrot, we're going to have a problem. Unless they start putting money, which Gary Griffith was doing. People could hate Gary Griffith, but the numbers speak for itself, where he was setting up the riverine units so you could have a concentric around the peninsula, all those inlets. We're going to have a problem. Unless they start using technology. We have the Ukraine-Russia war. Okay? You have drones that you could put up in Prisca lands. You could put it in Singanga, could put it up in Covine Road and start initializing the air surveillance program. We don't have the BIM. We don't have enough helicopters roaming the skies of Trinidad and Tobago, Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street. Unless they start doing that, we're going to be in problems. Unless they start putting nodal points, because you could put quadrants where you can put this one out of Prisca lands or a couple places. So you could actually surveil these people and be able to track them down. You're going to be in trouble. Read what is happening with the rapid response. What is happening with these areas where you can have quick response? The police is only reaching after. Unless Carmember gets serious and Stuart John, they're only talking. Customs and excise needs to be surveilled because guns are coming in from Miami and Texas and all these places still because those containers are not being checked. Gary Griffith, you see, I'm talking about Gary Griffith. Gary Griffith had put in a portable scanner, and the police force come and say, and Fitzgerald Hines and Conrad say it's not good. Nonsense. Unless they start doing that, we will not get anywhere with regards to this. And I'll leave you with this. Unless they start dealing with the issue of white collar crime, criminality, money laundering, which the FIU is not doing because a lot of these people are still bringing in drugs through containers, through those legal ports and guns. Okay? They could say what they want about making crime and symposium about crime as a disease and all of that. Unless they start dealing with the people who bringing them in. Because how those young black males of Trinidad and Tobago primarily are getting guns and AR-47, you understand? I'm sorry, AK-47 or AR-15, which if you go here in the United States, you're paying about $1,000, $1,500 for that. How they getting that? How they dealing with that? What's the FIU, the Financial Intelligence Unit, doing? Right? And then the last thing, Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street and everyone, until they start dealing with bringing economic empowerment, which what you are trying to do, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy, in the areas that are needed, because whether you like it or not, black people are the black young males are being left out and they're angry. And as the barbarians at the gate because they're seeing people getting the $1 million bonuses. They're seeing people getting the $1 million back pay. They're seeing again the 350,000 car that's supposed to cost really $1 million, and they're paying $350,000 for it. And they ain't getting part of the pie. So what do you think they're going to do? They're going to start going to the drugs because the drugs is the easiest thing to do, and they could be the bad boy. They ain't getting no They don't have any diversion, and then they say, the Bible says, idle minds and idle hands is fodder for the cannon for the devil. So until they do that, we ain't going nowhere. That is why I will leave you with this. It's time Mrs. Bisesa Prasad and the rest of the people start amalgamating and getting rid of this government. Robert already checked out. He should have been at that press conference with Tommy and Professor Worsty. He is not there. And what Stuart Young said, we cannot accept that. Aka Samaru was right. You are the chairman of the National Security Council.
Yep.
You are the prime minister. You are the leadership. And if you can't do that, then you don't deserve $1 million back pay. You don't deserve $98,000 at this down, or $84,000 or $87,000. This is a serious issue. If they don't want to do that, then it's time for them to go. I don't care what people say. That is my view. It's time to give Mrs. Bisesa Prasad and everybody, Philip Alexander, Gary Griffith, whoever, all you have to get together, because I already said financially our country is under a serious attack. And the crime situation can be controlled. We can't control it totally, but we could start doing things in a progressive manner. And I do not think Rowley, Reginald Lamar, Stuart Young, Fitzgerald Hines, and the rest of them have the ability to do it. They need to be demitted from office as soon as the election is called.
Thank you.
You have a good afternoon.
Yeah, man.
And blessings for the new year.
Yeah.
Thank
you. Thank you. I just see a voice note coming there. Go ahead, Tommy.
Yeah, I was saying thanks to him, and the same to him. A good new year to you.
Yeah. I'm gonna see something. I just see a voice note coming there. Hold on,
Good night, Mr. Washington and Uncle Tommy. Mr. Washington, 1 hour after that state of emergency was declared, I hear a helicopter flying outside. I run outside to see it, yes. That's to show you how long I never hear a helicopter flying in the sky. I also see the Prime Minister come out and state his whereabouts. But he not state where he at there. He just said that one of his brother passed away and thing. But like that man family, like he does die plenty, boy. There's all that obi and thing he doing, he's sacrificing his own family. But we know them tricks, Mr. Washington. All Trinidadians just do that. When we don't want to go to work, we call the boss man and tell him, hey, my grandmother dead, my uncle dead. We know about them things.
So, folks, let's take a listen to this.
Government has been looking at all options all along the way, and we do not believe that a state of emergency is something that is our best option at this time, because there are a number of downsides to it, not the least of which we would want to do nothing to disrupt the economic recovery that we have been working towards and hoping to experience more going forward. You see, all of us are exposed to the criminal element. But if all of us spend all our time on that, or let that be the be all and end all in this country, or we
What changed, Tommy?
Good question.
What changed? I'm trying to find out, folks. What changed that today we have a state of emergency? Oh, okay. The murders just start to spiral out of control. That's what happened. Oh, that's what I think happened. No, that's what happened to me. It started to spiral out of control. So the only way they could peg it back or bring it back is to now use something that they say they initially stated that, you know what?
Wasn't needed.
Nah. That ain't needed. We wait till we have more people dead, more people dying, or more people dead in. More people dead in. Yeah, that sounds better. More people dead in. And all of a sudden, it is serious. And that is sad, man. It's sad.
panic ourselves into making decisions as was made in 2011, then we would be doing ourselves an injustice. We believe that we can fight the criminals, We are fighting the criminals, and we can allow our economy to not be beaten down by the actions of the criminals, by making decisions like a state of emergency, which would not really get to the root cause of the criminality.
Tommy?
Yeah.
Did he really say that, Tommy?
That's what he said.
No. That to be AI. I feel like it's AI. Let me replay that. That because there's a accuse you of AI, Tommy.
I
You
know.
understand? Let me listen to that again.
By making decisions like a state of emergency, which would not really get to the root cause of the criminality.
Okay. So what changed, Tommy?
Time.
Okay. So now, back then, it couldn't get to the root cause of criminality. But now, it could get to the root cause of criminality. Really? Boy, them does really take, I don't know, boy. Them does really take them PNM people for fools and truth, boy. Them does really give them anything, boy, and them does take it, Tommy, I was like that, boy?
I feel so.
Eh?
Some telling me so.
Tommy trouble under the bus, boy. Yeah. So, Tommy, I want to tell PNM Fox something. PNM Fox, in here, we just fact check people, Tommy, read that there for me.
He's saying the last time one was declared in Trinidad and Tobago was 2021 to allow for restriction to fight the COVID-19 virus. He says in 2014, during the tenure of the People's Partnership government, the SOE was also triggered in response to a crime wave that never abated to this day. What say ye?
When was the state of emergency, folks?
I thought it was 2011.
All right, let me read this. Let me read this. Boy, I don't know why them fellas don't just do themselves that to know, Tommy. Oh boy, it's sad. This is a headline in the Express that says the SEO of 2011. What does meaning of SEO, Tommy?
SOE.
SOE, my bad. SOE. What's the meaning of SOE?
State of emergency.
Oh. So that state of emergency of 2011. That means that state of emergency in 2011, right? Is that what I mean?
Correct.
Oh. He said, and it said they picked up about 8,000 people and put them in jail. So we had another one in 2014 too, right?
I don't remember any in 2014 at all.
So, folks, we need your help, right? We need your help. Because we know there was a SOE in 2011, but PNM Fox, right? Nobody picked the SOE in 2014. I don't know. He was on a different island in Trinidad with that SOE. I feel so. What do you think, Tommy?
It's too hard for me to think. 20 brain power.
Oh God. No. That's a typo. That's a typo. Fox, we gonna let you get away with that one. Even though Tommy, right? The one is close to the 4. Right?
Right.
Maybe he wanted to put 211 and the 4 is right above the 1 and he typed 4 instead. So we're not gonna hold it against him. We ain't gonna hold it against him. Right?
So instead of 2011, he put 2014.
Right. Instead of putting 201, right? He put 2014. Yeah. Because he wanted to hit the 1, but he hit the 4 instead. So PNM Fox, We ain't go hold it against you. We not hold it against you. Right? But it was in 2011. All right? Just know that we're with P's and Q's here. That is all. Clifford wants to know what happened Wall Street. Clifford, what happened with what?
Which Clifford is that, boy?
Huh?
Which Clifford is that, Clifford?
I ain't sure now. Clifford, where you joining us from? Rajendra, welcome. See Wall Street changing the Westminster Constitution for a dictatorship PNM written 1976 mockery Republican Constitution, and one law for the PNM system of governance, crime and criminality was constructed by the PNM. Okay. 61 murders this month, but you guys carry on. Okay, Patty? Carry on. You should say that to your government. Takisha, good night. That's what you should say, Patty.
Hey, Kish Kish.
Yeah. Patty want to know. Caller, so your boss don't send you to meetings? Okay. Tommy, Patty wants to know if that is a joke.
Definitely not.
I don't think any of us make that to be a joke. Darren says, what about, just a thought of something, what about if they're using the state of emergency to buy out the East-West corridor for votes? Just a thought. At this time. What does he mean at this time? You don't know. Either right in parables sometimes. COP, welcome.
Wall Street and Uncle Tony.
How you going?
Good night.
Good evening.
Wall Street and good night to you, Uncle Tony. Good night to the listeners.
Yeah.
Citizens of Trinidad and Tobago and throughout the world. Uncle Tony and Wall Street.
Yeah.
This state of emergency we have in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. What in effect? What in the state of emergency in effect right now? Somebody could explain that to me, what in effect right now? All the clauses, like freedom act, the closing at certain hours, curfew, all those clauses and them eliminated. All we have is a state of emergency. You could go anywhere, you could come anywhere, you could any hours, bars could open any hours. And that is a state of emergency when you cannot do those things. We just have the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. We just have the name state of emergency. What we do, we give the police more power. That is the only thing to do, is give the police more power. In my view, to give the police more power, you would have to go to parliament. But if you have a state of emergency, you could give the police more power. It's sad to know after 9 years, going to 10 years, a Dr. Rowley administration, Wall Street and Uncle Tony and listeners, all they could have come with is a state of emergency. People don't have any money. The country washed in blood. Mothers and fathers crying right through. No happiness for the ending of this 2024. State of emergency all of a sudden. Police could go come in your house without warrant, without anything, just suspect you of a crime and come in your house. And we classify that as governance. It is a very sad thing, you know. In Trinidad and Tobago, Fitzgerald Hines know which part the gang members are speaking about. Because they might have a state of emergency because we are 620 something murders in the country. And them tell you that it's not a state of emergency, it's not because of that. You know. Over 6,000 and more die. And they don't have that state of emergency because of that. You know. Them have a state of emergency because it have too much a high powered rifle. But 5 years ago, they were speaking about them same high powered rifle. And how it is? a father and a adult daughter could get gunned down. 4 or 5 little boys in Avanti coming from school could get gunned down and never think about those state of emergency. Why? Those gangs and them that they're speaking about, they afraid them all. Why does the have a state of emergency in the areas which are the gangs? That would have it locked down. Or it can't lock it down. Or it can't lock down. Or it can't interfere with the boys and them. So they come to say a state of emergency to interfere with the whole of Trinidad and Tobago. When the media asks Stuart Young, which part these areas and these hot crime spot areas and them, he say he are going into that. But throughout Trinidad and Tobago, why you don't name the places and them? He will name his constituency, and he will name Fitzgerald constituency, and Kitrowley constituency he will name too. Many of those constituency that for 50 something and 60 something years saying this PNM until they're dead. Those communities is the hotspot. Ashamed to say, well, all right, is we constituency. Eh? Those are the mothers and fathers that Kitrowley was talking about. He will bring down from Laventille. Remember he was talking about that? And say he will bring them down to vote out governor. Well, talk to the mothers and fathers and talk to the members of the PNM. Talk to the mothers and fathers of the PNM constituencies. And we don't bound for no state of emergency. We don't have to give the police them more power. We have to elevate the people and them and give the people opportunity. If you give the people opportunity, Wall Street, those guys and them that are talking about is gang members. I don't know why they're calling them gang members. Those guys and them was 13 and 14 years when Dr. Rowley became Prime Minister. Them was 13 and 14 years. The reason why them get so big is lack of opportunity in the community. If them had opportunities to get a good job, they might be doing what they're doing today. So blame yourself too, Dr. Rowley. They blame the MPs and them that neglect the people and them and abandon them. And look at where it turned out today. Look at how it turned out today. All the only thing I want them for, Patricia Reid, the only thing they want them black people in them community for is to be PNM until they're dead.
Yeah.
Give them the ink to vote. Do develop the community. Do give them opportunity. And when they become leaders in the community, they know to build themselves. Well, they call them gang members. Gang members, they call them. Thank you, Wall Street.
Yeah, man, bless. I'm looking for yeah, Brooklyn.
Well, she good night.
Good night
Good
to
night, Uncle Tommy.
Good night to you too.
Wall Street and Uncle Tommy.
Yeah.
It's not an easy time for our country.
Nope.
And I want to answer this party you asked, you say that is not a joke. Look how we act like if it's a joke. I want to tell party that yes, when it comes to a PNM supporter, it is a joke. When it comes to all you who support Rowley for all these years, when Wall Street and Uncle Tommy and all the people on this program are saying, we need better to be done. We need the government to do something. All you fight and say what the government could do. All you remember that? All you remember when all was telling Wall Street that he wastes any time, what the government could do. The government is not responsible for that. How come the government could come now and do something? How come the government didn't need the opposition leader to go in the parliament to pass a state of emergency with his absent this morning? You see, all you big, all you have ABC brain. Because it's because of all your support. The government take 9 years going into 10 years before he could do something to fight crime. 9 years. When Kamala Prasad went in 2010, in 2011, she realized something wrong. 2011, she did a state of emergency. All they run from 2011 to this point in time, all they run about, she lock up 7,000, 8,000, 10,000, all kind of thousand. But what all they didn't say is that the 1,000 she lock up, a lot of them young boys live but end up dead to the underkid Christopher Rowley. That is what Ole is saying, you know. So to Ole, that is a joke. But the real right-thinking citizens, people who love Trinidad, people who have family members and friends, we take this serious. That's why we know this PNM was a joke from the get-go. And we try all in our power to get rid of them. But because of people like all you, the Gordon Joseph, all you who support this PNM, because of all you, they're there still. And what they're trying to do, depending on their age, they just try to take away all their pension. But yet still, they want to make sure them own continue to make them richer. Evil in high places and only supporting that. I see a lady went Trinidad to visit. They tried to rupture tongue. Pull the old lady, she fall on, break she foot.
Yeah, that video. You sent me that video, right? You sent me the video?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, I sent you one shit.
Yeah. How to play that video?
Where ambulance supposed to just be parked up on side street in case of anything that the capital of Trinidad and Tobago. It's supposed to have a 5 ambulance within the circle in case of anything happen, that ambulance can respond immediately. It take an hour for tourists. More than an hour, and no ambulance had reached yet. Or they support that. Or they support evil. Or they support the murders and the killing. Because or they support this PNM government. And it's years we doing this program and fighting against them. And all this tell we all kind of thing. But all they seeing this seriousness now. A lady buried her daughter Friday night.
Yep.
Only to hear Sunday night out of the fighting personal hands, his son gets shot in that fight. He was not a gangster, but the news class him as gang related. He wasn't in a gang. He probably was somewhere, probably gambling in some house or something. Because in the ghetto personal hands, and he heard they had a little gambling place. They go and the next set come and shoot up the place. But the news didn't tell you the truth. The news say was reprisal gang war, right? But only support that. But only continue supporting the evil. It thing will get better, you know. The Prime Minister who's supposed to be there to face the country this morning was absent.
Yep.
Only had to study that. Why he was absent. When it's his responsibility to face the citizens who put him there. Only talking that. But only want to come and tell Wall Street, we making fun. We're not making fun. Only want to be good Wall is. But remember, if all is truly Trinbagonians, only have some type of family working there, and them whilst only protected, them going through the pain. So let's continue. Watch it and Uncle Tommy, have a good night.
Yeah, man.
But let's keep laughing.
Same to you, and Happy New Year.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Bless. So, folks, let me hold on. All right. What is that? All right. Somebody trying to mess with my going inside my thing. Hold on. All right. So, folks, let me read something for you all. This is the 19th of January, 2024. Tommy, that was almost a year ago. January 19, 2024. Opposition leader Kamala Prasad-Bissessar during the UNC's first anti-crime talks at the Joya Complex in Joseph on Monday. Listen to what it says. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley yesterday dismissed opposition leader Kamala Prasad-Bissessar's call for a state of emergency to deal with the rising crime situation, saying his government does not believe it's a feasible approach to the issue. You heard that, Tommy?
Yep.
I'm reading from The Guardian, folks. I'm reading from The Guardian. A fish doesn't rotten from the tail. Let me continue. Speaking during a post-cabinet media briefing at the Diplomatic Center, St. Anne's, Rowley said government didn't believe an SOE is TNT's best option due to the number of downsides, and the government didn't want to do anything to disturb economic recovery it is working towards. He goes on further. He said an SOE didn't work in Jamaica either. It didn't work in Jamaica either. Prime Minister Rowley, this is what he said, All you Google it for yourself. Let me give all of the headline. All you go and Google it, because all you quick to say, we don't know what we're talking about, and Patty just say we hate the PNM and we hate Rowley. Everything for them is hate, 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 hate.
Strong word.
Strong words. We don't have that. This is the title of the article. Rowley dismisses Kamala's call for SOE. Rowley dismisses Kamala's call for SOE a year ago. This was in January, 2024, So instead of us having 630 something murders, every murder is too much, Every murder is too much. But I sure the country would have been very happy with the same number we had back in 2011 when we had the SOE of 354. I think they would have been happy with that. Listen now, folks. One murder is too much.
Too many.
Too many. One is too many. Right? But in these tough times, I know it's in the Gova season. In the Gova season, it's Gova season. Yeah. Right? But let me finish read this for you guys. He said an SOE didn't work in Jamaica either. Rowley claimed the 2011 PNM Fox SOE implemented by the then People's Partnership government resulted in lawsuits against the state, costing taxpayers millions. Yet, when public PP officials, Prasad Besessa and the former AG, were required to put in an affidavit to the court on why the SOE was called, they refused. Knowing if they didn't cooperate, taxpayers' money will flow to criminals. So excuse me today for saying them, for seeing, hold on. Oh God, that thing going. Hold on. Okay, so excuse me today for seeing them for what they are, trying to play politics. What is Prime Minister Rowley trying to play today? What is he trying to play today?
Politics.
Politics. Here we go. You have it absolutely correct, Tommy. Politics. And here the next one. Here PNM Fox. Things have changed from January 2024 to December 2024.
Absolutely. It's almost 12 months. It's almost 12 months later.
Yeah.
And the numbers have accumulated.
And it's worse than ever. Worse. The worst in the country's history, which we could have avoided. We could have avoided. We could have avoided. Mr. Caribbean Social, Mr. Wall Street, budget passed and gone. Did the pan go on the coat of arms as yet? Nah. I ain't go yet. Yeah. See, man making excuse, boy. Making excuse. 630 something murders, Yeah? When we had a chance to peg it back, the Prime Minister said, it didn't work in Jamaica. It didn't work in Jamaica. It can't work here. It didn't work in Jamaica. Yeah, it didn't work in Jamaica. All right. So, folks, take a listen to this editorial regarding the Prime Minister's absence.
Absence from the state of emergency press conference sends the wrong signal. An editorial by Professor Wall Street. The recent announcement of a state of emergency, SOE, in Trinidad and Tobago has sent shockwaves across the nation. Yet, amid the gravity of this moment, one glaring omission has left citizens puzzled, disappointed, and even alarmed. the absence of Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley from the press conference to explain the reasoning and necessity behind this critical decision. As the head of the National Security Council and the leader of the country, Dr. Rowley's absence at this pivotal juncture sends a troubling signal to the population. At a time when the nation is grappling with an unprecedented surge in violent crime, people are looking for assurance, leadership, and clarity. Instead, his non-appearance creates the perception of detachment or worse, resignation in the face of one of the most pressing crises in our history. A state of emergency is not a decision to be taken lightly. It fundamentally alters the rights and freedoms of citizens and is a tool of last resort in addressing national crises. The people deserve to hear directly from the Prime Minister, the individual ultimately responsible for charting the nation's course and providing the rationale for such a dramatic measure. This is not merely a procedural or political expectation. It is a matter of accountability and respect for the citizens who will be most affected. Dr. Rowley's silence at such a critical time leaves room for damaging speculation. Is he overwhelmed by the spiraling crime problem? Has he lost faith in his administration's ability to curb the violence? Or worse, is this a signal of his government's inability to manage the national security apparatus effectively? Citizens are entitled to answers, and they are entitled to them from the country's highest office. By delegating this responsibility, Dr. Rowley not only undermined the gravity of the announcement, but also missed an opportunity to galvanize public confidence in his administration's approach to addressing the crisis. Leadership, particularly in moments of crisis, requires more than policy making behind closed doors. It demands visibility, direct communication, and a willingness to stand before the nation to address its concerns head on. Dr. Rowley's absence suggests a worrying lack of urgency, or worse, a lack of solutions. Trinidad and Tobago is at a crossroads. Violent crime threatens to destabilize the social and economic fabric of our society, and citizens are desperate for reassurance that the government is not just aware of the gravity of the situation, but is actively and confidently addressing it. The Prime Minister's decision to remain absent from such a crucial announcement sends the wrong message, one of detachment, frustration, or even defeat. Dr. Rowley must recognize that the role of Prime Minister extends beyond policy decision. It is about leading from the front, particularly when the nation faces its darkest moments. The citizens of this country deserve better, and they deserve it now. As the saying states, a fish doesn't rotten from the tail.
So there you have it, folks. There you have it. Excuse after excuse. Okay, here. All right. Caribbean Social. Let's pretend Fox is correct with 2011 and 2014 having an SEO. So they did lock up 4,000 in 2011 and 4,000 in 2014. I saw supporters come up with 8,000. Oh God. I know Fox manufacture SEO boy to me boy. You you manufacture SEO, you know. Yeah. Mr. Intellectual, 3 billion still missing. Corruption in Central Bank. Corruption in Tobago Airport. Okay. PNM Fox at Wall Street, yeah, real joke. Kamala called for a state of emergency. That's a good crime fighting initiative. Dr. Rowley put a SOE in place and it's a problem. Tommy, them fellas, Tommy, I told you, you know, about mindset, you know. I told you about the fixed mindset.
And the growth mindset.
And the growth mindset, you know. How can we get him and Patty and the Belmont midfielder that was sitting on the bench. And who's the next one, boy? Altia, whatever she name is. How we could get them to start thinking with a growth mindset? You think we could work on that?
You can try.
I want to try. I really want to try. I want to try. I want to see, because I mean, the man, your Kamala called a state of emergency. That is a good crime fighting initiative. Dr. Rowley put a SOE in place, and it's a problem. But wait. Tommy, didn't I just read an article that Dr. Rowley didn't agree with the state of emergency that the People's Partnership put in place?
Of course.
I didn't just come out of myself, or you just make it up. And that is what it, anyway. All right.
He did not agree with Kamala's suggestion in January either.
But think about this, right, Tommy? Maybe if he did, we would have been in a different place, right? And then Tommy, they could have taken the credit to say, look, in 2024, we reduced crime. It went from 573 to 350.
Because what would have happened is that disarming exercise would have taken place, and there would have been less firearms out there to create some of the disaster that was created throughout the year.
Correct. The corrections that you're trying to make now, and going and bust down people's door, right? Bust open their trunk, right? Bust open their car door. You could have done that sooner, and you could have saved Trinbagonians from all that murders in the country.
The mayhem.
The mayhem. You could have saved us from that mayhem. But like when them fellas come into office, it's only mayhem. And he come back and say he did not agree at that time. He did not agree. He didn't agree at that time.
At this time.
At this time. He didn't agree at this time. But he agrees now. This time. Eh? After they back up against the wall, he agrees now. Look. I don't know, eh? I really don't know. I mean, I know you know. But Tommy, when we come back, we're gonna have we're gonna have 2024 year in review of the PNM government. We cannot go without doing a year in review because we're not here tomorrow. So of course we have to do a year in review. We have to give the government a grade. You have to grade them, Tommy. You have to grade them, boy. Yeah?
Yes, Professor.
So, you have to grade them. Yeah.
Yep.
Darren says it appears that the PNM supporters are delusional, just like their Prime Minister, Keith Christopher Rowley. Mr. Intellectual said, my mother always told me never attempt to teach a bull to read music. I like that one, right?
I like that.
Yeah, I like that one too. I had to put that in the back of the brain, Tommy.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna write that one down, boy. I'm gonna write that one. Mr. Intellectual writing that one down, eh? Never attempt to teach a bull to read music. Yeah, boy. Tommy, let's get some good ones, you know, Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
You had some real, you know, Patty and them real loan from you, know, and paying them Fox, you know, the real loan from you, know. Boy, the car go on other program and learn like this, you know, Tommy. Anyway, let me play this. What's this one I was going to play? Oh, the statement by Dr. Rudal Munilal. Let's play that. Okay. Folks, take a listen.
This latest announced state of emergency by the Rowley administration is a declaration of surrender in the face of criminal elements. They have failed to come to terms with the criminal enterprise. They have failed to protect citizens. Today, with the record number of murders, they have announced a half-baked state of emergency, which will do precious little to curb the tide of criminal activity. Mrs. Prasad Bisesa called since January this year for a state of emergency, which could have saved hundreds of lives if her call was heeded to. Today, the government of the day has collapsed the intelligence community through their half-baked measures. They have destroyed the intelligence community with their hoax about plot to overthrow the government, so that today police and law enforcement don't have a clue as to the operations of gangs, and therefore cannot prevent mass murders. They cannot prevent mass murders in the circumstances that we witness on a daily basis. Today, the government has taken action to protect one gang from another gang, but they never took action to protect elderly from home invasion, children from kidnapping. This is their final act of desperation and political gimmickry. It will serve them no good. The only thing that can bring change to this country now is to rescue this country by way of a general elections and the return of the United National Congress that has outlined a comprehensive agenda to attack crime, comprehensive policy agenda to deal with crime fighting, legislation, policy, and program. During these difficult days, I call upon the police to be steadfast. Do not use this as an opportunity to abuse their powers under emergency laws. They ought not to be acting with malice and mischief to abuse their powers and undermine the rights, the constitutional rights of innocent citizens and business organizations and so on, and ought not to be using this emergency state to conduct political witch hunts on political enemies of the government, be they opposition members, trade union leaders, religious leaders, social movement leaders, and so on. And the police will be held accountable by an incoming UNC administration for any and all acts of abuse during these emergency periods.
You know, Tommy, before we go for the break, Tommy, I'll be honest with you. If I was living in Trinidad, I would have been scared. Well, no, maybe if I was in Trinidad, I don't know if I could have.
A long time you'd be fighting. Long time you'd be fighting to live.
Yeah. When we come back, we had to play. I'd be frightened to live. Yeah. No doubt about it. I'd be frightened to live. Yeah. We had to play that for that KFC song. Yeah. I would be frightened to live long time. So, folks, we're gonna go for a quick break. We'll be right back. Stick and stay. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsheet, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio.
Sorry about that. So we are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsheet, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Folks, don't forget, we will not be with you tomorrow. We're going to celebrate Old Years, Tommy. Old Years. What do we do for Old Years, boy? We're going to celebrate Old Years. Yeah?
Yep.
It's always a good thing, man, to bring in the new year. Bring in the new year with prayers. Gotta pray for New Year. Take a listen.
A big one. Listen to me. Hear me now. I frightened to live. Why you? I frightened to live. Now listen, I frightened to live. Sing. I frightened to live. I frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. One more time. I'm frightened to live. Sing. I'm frightened to live. Yeah. I build me a coffin. I make it my home. Because that is my only choice. This kind of life, I leave it alone. Because when I look around and I see man raping their own daughters mercilessly, man living with man, woman with woman. So how must I live? I can't understand. Look, I'm frightened to live. Why you? I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. Sing. I'm frightened to live. A bandit in my face with a gun. Take my own and began to run. I'm in the station reporting what the bandit do. I was the same bandit I was reporting to. Look, I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. Sing. I'm frightened to live. Come again, let me hear. I'm frightened to live. Why you? I'm frightened to live. One more time, come again. I'm frightened to live. Hey. I'm frightened to live. Hear me now. It is so obnoxious. When I look around, things I just hear and see, my God, how could I go on? Children killing children every day. Parents guiding their children to go astray. Tell me how those youths getting all those guns, and where in the world those guns coming from? You see, I'm frightened to live. Where you? I'm frightened to live. You come again. I'm frightened to live. Sing. Hear this. If in my ceiling they find coke and gun, it's my whole family they carrying down. But if the police get caught with the same refrain, all they're getting is transfer to crime again. You see, I'm frightened to live. Hey, I'm frightened to live. Sing. I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. Come again, let me hear. I'm frightened to live. Sing. I'm frightened to live. Music. Now you see this verse? This verse is my verse. I love verse. I want to listen to my verse. My verse. Yeah. If our child could die by the hands of a bandit, police may halfway search, they may never catch the culprit. But if Mr. Big Man child end up dead, they go in to paint the old damn tongue red, putting out all force and energy, finding the killer immediately. So how must I live? Why you? I'm frightened to live. Come again. I'm frightened to live. Hey, hear this. Hear this. Hey. I turn to church. That's the answer. Listening to the speech on the altar while taking in the words of the Almighty. You know the priest pelting sweet at me. You see, I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. Sing. Come again, let me hear. I'm frightened to live. Hey, I'm frightened. One more time, one more time, one more time. Yeah. Love all you.
And of course, we are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. You can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. Talk, text, and voice notes are also welcome.
KFC inside. KFC. KFC.
Come on, AFC, get that internet working.
Yeah, KFC listening to your phone, man. You're listening to the computer.
Hi, good night. Good night, man.
What's happening, man? What's going on?
Hello.
Yeah, we hearing you. Go ahead.
Mr. Marshall, Uncle Tommy, man.
How you doing, man? What's happening? KFC. KFC, stay by the Wi-Fi now, man. Caribbean Soul says I could boast about 2010, 2015 because my little brother at age 10 dropped out from school and had opportunities to learn cake decorating and play sport every weekend. sponsored by the UNC government. Okay. Else all the time he would have strayed in the streets. Here we go. Mr. Intellectual says, seeing that we will not be meeting tomorrow, let me extend God's richest blessings to all of the village as you enter 2025. Health, peace, joy, happiness, and the grace of God Almighty. There we go. So,
Same
folks,
to
send
you.
your 2025 wishes. Yeah, send your 2025 wishes. Yeah, yeah, do that. All right. So, folks, we have another editorial. I had to do. Boy, told me, boy, that I'm busy today, but
Well, I can imagine.
busy, boy. This editorial is still back with respect to the state of emergency, and it is talking about the ineffectiveness of a state of emergency without a curfew. I don't know how. Yeah, but we just do things well backward in Trinidad. I don't know. Well, let me don't say we just do things. This government have done many things backward in Trinidad and Tobago. Take a listen.
The ineffectiveness of a state of emergency. Without a curfew in Trinidad and Tobago, an editorial by Professor Wall Street. The recent declaration of a state of emergency, SOE, in Trinidad and Tobago, without the imposition of a curfew, raises significant concerns about its effectiveness and the actual benefits to the population. While the government claims this measure is necessary to address heightened criminal activity, the absence of a curfew undermines the potential impact of the SOE and fails to provide tangible benefits to the citizens. Lack of deterrence. A state of emergency typically aims to restore public order and safety by imposing restrictions that deter criminal activities. However, without a curfew, the SOE lacks the necessary enforcement mechanism to limit movement and gatherings, which are often associated with criminal behavior. Criminals can continue their activities with minimal disruption, rendering the SOE ineffective in achieving its primary goal of reducing crime. Public confusion and anxiety. The declaration of a state of emergency without clear guidelines, such as curfew hours, creates confusion and anxiety among the public. Citizens are left uncertain about the extent of their freedoms and the specific measures they need to adhere to. This ambiguity can lead to non-compliance, further diminishing the effectiveness of the SOE. Clear and enforceable regulations are essential to ensure public cooperation and the trust in government action. Economic disruption without clear benefits. While a curfew can disrupt economic activities, it also provides a clear framework for businesses and individuals to plan and adapt. An SOE without a curfew, on the other hand, creates an environment of uncertainty that can negatively impact economic stability. Businesses may face operational challenges without understanding the full scope of restrictions, leading to potential financial losses without the compensatory benefit of improved public safety. Inefficient use of resources. Implementing a state of emergency requires significant resources, including increased police and military presence. Without a curfew, these resources may be spread thin, attempting to monitor and control a population that is not subject to clear movement restrictions. This inefficiency can strain public services and divert attention from other critical areas that require immediate intervention. In conclusion, the decision to declare a state of emergency without a curfew in Trinidad and Tobago appears to be a half measure that fails to address the root causes of heightened criminal activity. It creates confusion, disrupts the economy, and leads to inefficient use of resources without delivering the intended benefits of enhanced public safety. For the SOE to be effective, it must include enforceable measures such as a curfew, providing clear guidelines and ensuring that the sacrifices made by the population translate into tangible improvements in security and well-being.
There you have it, man. A lot of work, boy. A lot of work. Darren says, my 2025 wish is for Trinidadians to start voting on policies instead of emotions, propaganda, old talk, and mamagism, and more importantly, stop on one's voting ethnicity, vote on policies. And then PNM Fox being consistent. A curfew is not mandatory during a state of emergency in Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. You can't be upset with consistency, you know. I want to play this. I didn't get this one here. But I'm gonna play this. This is Akash was not done. The man one answers. Let me hear what this had to say.
Of course, Minister Hines was there. We tried to ask him if he is considering resignation, stepping down, or he still believes he's the best person for the job, given that he's presided over this ministry during two of the country's highest murder rates in history. But Minister Young intercepted the question. He dismissed the question. He insinuated that there may be an agenda behind that question, and I can tell him here today that the only agenda is the truth and the benefit of the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
All right, there we go. And let's listen to Stuart Young now. Take any question.
Akash. Good morning, gentlemen. Akash Samaru, Guardian Media. Before I get into questions about the SOE itself, my first question, where's the Prime Minister? Why isn't he here as head of the National Security Council on a day with an announcement of such magnitude? I'm just wondering why he wasn't here to address us.
It would not be appropriate for the Prime Minister to be the person coming out as the first instance to talk about a state of emergency. The Prime Minister himself was the one who convened us at the late hours of yesterday into midnight.
He said it wouldn't be appropriate, but he's head of the National Security Council now, so why isn't it appropriate?
Akash, it is obvious that you hold a different opinion. We are dealing with the facts. Right here you have the two members of the cabinet who are charged with the responsibility. Okay.
Minister, given your government's reluctance to call an SOE in the past, is this an admittance that regular crime-fighting strategies have all failed?
I wouldn't say it's an admittance, as I've been very careful to say, based on the intelligence that's been provided to us and what we were told to expect of this heightened, brazen, violent crime with these illegal firearms, and we've seen the effects last night with 6 people being shot, 5 unfortunately dying as a result of these types of incidents, the reprisals. That is what is based on what has been provided to us.
But we've been hearing about high-powered rifles for years now. We've been hearing that most of this country's homicides are gang-related. So what's different now?
Gosh, those questions were asked a short while ago. What's different now is I just answered you. It is the intelligence that has been provided to us, the information that has been provided to us, and that we have a responsibility in those circumstances where we're being told, expect a heightened level of brazen reprisal shootings using illegal firearms that is going to endanger the public safety. The decision was taken to take this step.
Minister Hines, you've led this ministry through the country's 2 highest murder rates ever in history. Have you entertained any thoughts of stepping down? You still believe you're the best person to lead this monumentous task?
Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no! Akash, in these circumstances, I know it is directed to Minister Hines, and you are directing it to Minister Hines with a specific purpose in mind, as your face shows.
Man, answer the question. I feel sorry for Hines, boy. The man asked Hines a question. Tommy, I don't care if I in a press conference and you ask me a question like that and that man answering for me. When you finish answer, I go and answer it too. The man look like what is it called a pommy one. Is that what's called it? Pommy one? The man look like a pommy one day, boy. I shock with all the big talk Hines have. And the man, not one word from him. Yeah? Patty says solar was available under Manindo. Party says, why not ask Akash? Why you don't ask KPB to step down? Look at how much election she lose. You see how them does do to me? He's in a press conference with the Minister of Everything, I mean the Minister of Energy and the Minister of National Security. And he must ask Kamala Prasad Busesa why she don't step down. Boy, I told me I tell you, mindset, I keep telling you, but you don't want to listen to me. I keep telling you it's fixed mindset or growth mindset.
I tell you, it's 90% is fixed mindset.
90%. Oh God, Tommy, you're going back there, boy. All right, okay. KFC, welcome.
Hi.
What's happening?
Hello?
Yeah, we hearing you.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
We hearing your radio in the background.
Yes, what's going on in the country, man?
We hearing your radio in the
Emergency,
background.
man.
KFC.
All right.
We hearing your
hold on.
radio.
Yeah, me know.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, we hearing you.
Yeah.
We hearing you. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, we hearing you. Go ahead.
Yeah, good night, Mr. Washington. I don't go to me.
Yeah.
Good night, KFC.
Country, man. We under a state of emergency, man.
KFC.
There's nothing to celebrate, Mr. Washington. We are celebrating the evil, wicked PNM, Mr. Washington. I want to congratulate Akash to answer some hard questions today, man. Asking some hard questions.
Yeah.
And they can't even answer, man.
Yeah, they started to ask hard questions.
The internet gave me a real problem with today, but I look for listening.
Yeah, man, bless.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, finally, before the state decided to do the work.
Tommy, finally, they decide to get some oomph to their questions. Ask the tough questions. Don't go in there and throw up no softball questions. You understand? Because the rest of PNM media in there, them ain't asking no tough questions. But I ain't see the pastor with the internet search engine though. I'm them.
He probably wasn't invited.
Oh, he wasn't invited, you feel so? Mr. Intellectual, welcome.
Thanks again. Blessed evening again, everybody.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
And quickly, I don't think if what state take up the mantle as that, One person asking a question doesn't mean to say that they fulfilling the mandate.
But Mr. Intellectual, you don't think it's a start though?
Yeah, it's a good start.
You don't think it's a good start though?
Yes. I think the gentleman tried his very best to ascertain some information. Hence the reason why I was very apprehensive, still apprehensive today, because of the lack of any answers to the questions that he asked. I think that the other journalists and them were supposed to assist him,
right,
by asking the relevant questions. If they didn't want to answer the gentleman, the other supposed to ask the question. Well, we need to know also, right? If you feel his face had something behind it, ours don't. We need to know. You understand? But again, everybody's singing for the supper. You understand? And it's difficult to get the truth out of these guys, and seeing that they are not pressed hard enough. One person in the group coming out and asking a question like that, or asking those questions, the others supposed to take up when they are being blanked. You understand? So that these people never understand that, listen, everybody on the same page, and everybody wants to know. But if you're asking questions like a patting on your back, you good job. You understand? Then fellas will get away with it, and they won't answer any question. I'm not seeing Mr. Hines answering any question. I have listened to him in
many interviews and things, and every time they ask you a question, he passed down the road, the dog mess day, and the bush is high, and the mango fall on the ground, and never answer a question, you know. I've never heard him answer a question, not in the parliament, not on an interview or anything like that. Only when he wants to get a message out, he would say what he have to say, and then he would totally refuse to answer a question. So I wasn't seeing he answering the journalist that question, period. He would have go all down the road. So it's a good thing that Young answer the question for him. Because also he might have still be talking, you know. Tell him why.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he talking all kind of big highfalutin English.
Yeah.
Would I be using
Mm.
and saying nothing.
Mm.
You understand? So probably that was a blessing for you. But again, if what a state failing us desperately, even though some of them starting to ask questions, but they're failing desperately because they don't have a cohesiveness between themselves so that they could get the information out. If one person asks a question and he ain't getting the answer, they had a point to get the answer, because I think it's only wise for them to get the information out. But they don't know, they don't understand the role and the function as that. So I guess maybe one of these days they will understand what journalism is about. Probably if they was in Gaza, one of them place an MD and they see what it is to do to get information and to publish information and bid for it. Then they will understand what journalism is about. That's why them are ready to dead yet. Them ain't journalists. Them is reporters. Them they just see a thing and report it. Them don't go and look at their answers or anything like that. Them they just go to report what they hear. I kind of give up on the photo state, even though that start for a couple of them, but they're not helping me. I still in a quandary about what is really going on. When you look at history and you see what is happening here, it's a sad kind of thing for Trinidad and Tobago. I have children here, and I want to see them have a better future than I had, man. It's a sad thing. Anyhow, let me just give up on that. Let me just say to you guys, I hope that tomorrow would be a reflective day and that you would see the future in 2025, that we will learn from the errors of 24, and that we will make 2025 a better year by being more progressive, more intuitive, more constructive, and see if we could rebuild our country so that we can have something for the future. Gentlemen, have a blessed evening.
Same to you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Tommy, go ahead here. I'm gonna take this call here. I'm gonna take this call off here. I'm gonna take this call off here.
Yeah, well, I appreciate everything you said, Mr. Intellectual. And the fourth estate, we still have to have a little hope for them because they are truly under attack when you think about the way the finance minister answered and presented his case. But it's sad that the Minister of National Security didn't step up. We have some serious problems in our Twin Island that has to be addressed. I know many of the diehard PNM in the chat would disagree, but there's one caller who used to call a station before that used to say this: you could drink any kind of tea, but reality you must drink. And reality has to take precedence eventually. Are you still on the call?
No, I'm off now. I'm off. Let me take this call. Yeah.
Has to take precedence eventually.
KFC, go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good night, Mr. Washington, Uncle Tommy.
Good night.
Good
We mean you're good enough. You're breaking up still.
Hello?
Yeah, you broke up. You broke up.
Hello?
KFC, you're breaking up.
Mr. Wall Street?
Yeah.
Yeah, me know. Yeah. But where even man Raleigh? How you doing?
KFC, your phone breaking up. So, folks, Volstang, welcome. Yeah, Volstang is another good one.
Professor, it's time for the grades. To pass out the grades.
Yeah. Let me get the grades all. Let me get the grade. Let me get the year in review.
The exam.
This is the exam, folks. So take a listen, folks. This is the year in review.
Year in review. The government of Trinidad and Tobago under Dr. Keith Rowley. An opinion by Professor Wall Street. As 2024 comes to an end, it's time to evaluate the performance of the government of Trinidad and Tobago, led by Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley and the People's National Movement, PNM. This year has been marked by significant challenges and notable developments across various sectors, including crime, education, health, corruption, economic performance, fiscal policy, infrastructure development and governance, crime, and public safety. One of the most pressing issues in 2024 has been the persistently high crime rate. The country recorded over 600 murders for the second consecutive year, a statistic that has deeply troubled citizens and policymakers alike. Despite efforts to bolster national security and law enforcement, the crime rate remains alarmingly high, with a detection rate under 10%. Prime Minister Rowley has acknowledged the need for more effective strategies to combat violent crime. Education. The education sector has seen both progress and setbacks. The government allocated $7.512 billion for education and training in the 2024-2025 budget, a decrease from the previous year. Despite this reduction, there have been initiatives aimed at improving the quality of education, such as the development of a digital ecosystem and the implementation of a numeracy adaptive learning platform. However, the sector continues to face challenges, including the need for urgent repairs and upgrades to several schools. Health. The healthcare system in Trinidad and Tobago has made strides towards resilience and sustainability. The Healthy Hospital Initiative at the Sandy Grande Hospital is a notable example, focusing on creating an environmentally sustainable health system and improving the physical and mental health of staff and patients. However, the healthcare sector still grapples with issues such as resource allocation and access disparities. Corruption. Corruption remains a significant concern in Trinidad and Tobago. Prime Minister Rowley has acknowledged the widespread nature of corruption and introduced the whistleblower bill to encourage disclosures of improper conduct. Despite these efforts, public trust has been eroded by various scandals and allegations of corruption within the government. Economic performance and fiscal policy. The economic performance of Trinidad and Tobago in 2024 has been mixed. The country has faced challenges such as constrained gas supplies and the natural decline in production rates at mature hydrocarbon-producing wells. However, there has been some buoyancy in the non-energy sector. The government has maintained fiscal discipline, aiming to rebuild fiscal buffers and advance structural reforms to diversify the economy in preparation for the expected global energy transition. Infrastructure development. Infrastructure development has been a key focus for the government. The Public Sector Investment Program 2024 outlines various projects aimed at improving productivity through quality infrastructure and transportation. These include investments in roads, bridges, drainage, water security, and electricity. However, the implementation of these projects has faced challenges, including high development costs and limited access to resources. Governance and public accountability. Governance and public accountability have been areas of concern, with several scandals and financial discrepancies raising questions about transparency and accountability. The Auditor General's report highlighted issues such as missing funds and the need for better oversight. Despite these challenges, there have been efforts to strengthen governance practices, such as the introduction of the 2024 Corporate Governance Code. Overall performance and grade. Taking into account the high crime rate, challenges in education and health, corruption, economic performance, fiscal policy, infrastructure development and governance, the performance of the government under Dr. Keith Rowley in 2024 can be seen as mixed. While there have been efforts to address key issues, the outcomes have often fallen short of public expectations. Grade D. This grade reflects the government's struggle to effectively manage crime and public safety, the mixed results in education and health, the impact of corruption on public trust, and the challenges in economic performance and infrastructure development. Moving forward, it is crucial for the government to implement more robust and transparent measures to address these challenges and restore confidence among the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago.
So, Tommy.
Drinking warm water before.
No, we don't want that.
Year in review, the government.
We already had that. So, Tommy.
Yes,
there you have it. Concise year in review, and the government get a D. They ain't get. I ain't get them a F minus, as I said before, because I wanted to be critical but honest. Yeah, KFC.
Yeah, Mr. Wash, you hear me loud and clear now?
Loud and clear, loud and clear.
Well, I must say, Happy New Year to you, Uncle Tommy. All the best for 2025.
Yeah.
Same
I
to
know
you.
you'll be on tomorrow because all I think to celebrate.
Yeah, we had to
Because
celebrate.
all out of the dance forum. But we over here, we feeling pain and more pain and blood stain. Mothers crying, in the belly and balling. But Mr. Wash it, all the evil man was in there. And that the man in charge. That man actually showed Trinidad and Tobago. We don't really care what citizens of Trinidad and Tobago.
You know,
all them murders that were go on Mr. Washit. In Tenapuna, in Arima, a family get wiped out. In Cocorit, man shooting. And the harbor out there, man shooting out there. Why is now? Them talking about era 15 and AK-47. So them wasn't ruling the tongue all the time?
Now them just come in the last 2 weeks.
So them come in.
Yeah, them just come.
Them Spanish and them, they bring in the borders. If you them coming in just for Mr. Washit, then coming in with crater guns. I don't have no coast by vessel, nothing to guard the borders. As I speak right now about with Spanish coming in right now. But Mr. Washington, very sad in my country, you know. This Prime Minister really evil and wicked boy, Washington boy. The man going in the Guinness Book, you know.
He going in the Guinness Book?
Yeah, he broke through record, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one of the biggest lions in Trinidad and Tobago. You feel so shame because you're batting camera when she walk talk about the stage of emergency.
Yeah, true.
Mr. Washit?
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Yes, yeah.
Hold on.
Well, Mr. Washington, all enjoy New Year's, you and your family.
Yeah, man.
And let's keep strong, man. Let's keep up the good work, man. We are the face it over here.
All right, bless.
We're frightened to live.
You're frightened to live. Bless. Tommy? Oh, good.
Yes.
Israel editorials are there, boy.
Bring them on.
I also did an editorial, Tommy, with respect to a too late state of emergency. Let's take a listen to that. Hold on.
There you go.
Hold on. Let me make sure it's up here. Okay. All right, take a listen, folks.
A too late state of emergency in Trinidad and Tobago, an editorial by Professor Wall Street. The recent declaration of a state of emergency by Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley's government in Trinidad and Tobago comes as a belated and insufficient response to the country's escalating crime crisis. With the murder toll surpassing 600 for the second consecutive year, this move appears more as a desperate attempt to save face rather than a genuine effort to address the root causes of violence and insecurity. For years, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago have been living under the shadow of rampant crime. The government's repeated promises to tackle this issue have yielded little to no tangible results. Instead, the murder rate has continued to climb, reaching unprecedented levels. The declaration of a state of emergency now, after the highest number of murders in the nation's history, feels like a reactionary measure rather than a proactive strategy. Prime Minister Rowley's administration has had ample time and resources to implement effective crime-fighting measures. Despite this, the government's efforts have been largely ineffective, with criminals continuing to operate with impunity. The state of emergency, while necessary to curb immediate threats, does not address the systemic issues that have allowed crime to flourish. It is a temporary band-aid on a wound that requires comprehensive and sustained intervention. The timing of this declaration raises questions about the government's motives. Is this truly about protecting the citizens, or is it an attempt to deflect criticism and maintain political power? The people of Trinidad and Tobago deserve better than reactive governance. They deserve leaders who are committed to long-term solutions and who prioritize the safety and well-being of the population over political expediency. Given the current state of affairs, it is clear that Prime Minister Rowley's government has failed to deliver on its promises of security and stability. The best course of action for Dr. Rowley would be to step down and allow for new leadership that can bring fresh perspectives and effective strategies to combat crime. Resignation would not only be an acknowledgement of the government's shortcomings, but also a step towards restoring public trust and confidence. In conclusion, the people of Trinidad and Tobago need and deserve a government that is proactive, transparent, and genuinely committed to their safety. It is time for a change in leadership, one that can address the root causes of crime and implement lasting solutions. Only then can the nation hope to see a reduction in violence and a return to peace and security.
Tommy boy, it's a good thing I'm not at school, boy. It's a good thing. Huh?
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing, boy. Yeah, man. All these last minute thing trying to fool people. Yeah. And you know, Tommy, it's interesting, eh? You know, I did an editorial before with respect to the state of email. I'm not gonna play that one. But what was that one again? Let me see what was that one, yeah. Right, the case for state of emergency in Trinidad and Tobago.
Right, I remember that one.
Yeah. We did that as well. So And this was a follow-up to that one. You know, and I mean, you know, who you think who does advise the prime minister? Stuart Young?
You think anybody could advise him?
Nah, he has to have advisors, man.
Does he take advice?
I don't think so. Hey, look my partner. Hey, Rock, where you going, partner? Rock said desperation leads to lady. Hey, Rock, be careful, you know, when you get them opinion. And next thing them people see you giving them opinion, and you get in trouble. I want to Rock get in trouble. I ain't see we partner. I ain't see a partner either, boy. Julian.
I wonder how Rock holidays going, boy.
Rock, how your holidays going? I wonder if Julian wife take your phone again. You know, them people that say wife just take away your phone from him. I don't know, you know. I don't know. I just hear that you what I say. So Miss Kuva, welcome. Caribbean Source if Stuart Young advise him. Who advise Young Maduro? Miss Kuva, welcome. Yeah.
Good night, Miss
So Tommy, we actually going out of 2024 sad after saying Trinidad and Tobago.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. It's a sad day in Trinidad and Tobago. And Rock actually say he's going good. He's gonna be back up on the 7th. Look your partner say here. You see Tommy? Tommy, Tommy,
Yeah.
As soon as I say about the phone, your wife gave back your phone.
He been listening quietly all night long.
Tommy, you could listen on your laptop.
He's been listening.
You feel so?
Oh yeah. He's letting us babble.
Yeah, okay. I don't know, but I sometimes I suspect that, you know, when his wife have some leniency, and she say, look, take the phone, take it. Only take 5 minutes, and bring it back. Yeah. So Tommy, we are hoping that 2025 is going to be better for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. We want things to get better. Not only that, but we want a new government as well for things to get even better. Because this government has run its course and it has run off the course. They run off the course. It's like they went to the Olympics. They was running a 400-meter race. You put them in lane 4 and they ran out of the lane. So they get disqualified.
That's what D is for.
Yeah. So let me tell you what the main reason for the D, Tommy. The biggest reason for the D is the crime rate. When you have the highest crime among the murders ever in the history of our country, you can't get a passing grade, or you'll get a passing grade for that. All right, let me ask you a question, Tommy. If you had to give a grade, what grade would you give, Tommy?
What grade would I give this current administration?
Correct.
Maybe C.
And why so?
Well, they get through this year.
That's the best you could come up with, Tommy? Really?
Yeah.
Tommy, that is the best you could. Tommy, nah. Go back again. Let me rewind. Why see, Tommy? A rewind?
Yeah, because they make it to the end of the year.
So just to make it to the end of the year, guys, see.
Yeah. If they didn't make it, then I get a F.
Tommy, I'm surprised at you. I thought you would have come and tell me, well, you know, boy, I see some improvement in health. I see things are getting better in education. I see Foster Cummins doing some stuff up in his constituency. I see, you know, we get new contracts, you know, to get more gas. I mean, none of that. You come up with, they make it through 2024.
Yeah, they make it through 24.
Yeah. Tommy Rock says, Tommy, is that C for survival? Tommy, you get him on C just for survival, but Tommy.
Yeah, just for making it to class every day.
Yeah, C still a pass. That's correct. This is what you want to know. What rating the IMF give the government Wall Street? What does that have to do with the price of, what does that have to do with the price of bread?
Fox, you could tell us what rating the IMF give them.
Yeah. Fox, you tell us. What rating did the IMF give them? Yeah, Mr. Intellectual, it's truly been a sad month. The amount of sadness a man can endure, the greatest capacity to understand the depth of joy he can contain. Correct is right. Volsang says, here's to wishing you all have a safe ride into 2025. Thank you very much. Caribbean Soul says, how long we been calling for Heinz to step down? Our PNM not willing to change positions. We don't care what the public says. Rock Akshaw says, down here, the talk is that Rowley not coming back, but it's going to impose Young on PNM as political leader. Rock, let me tell you something, eh? Let me tell Rock something, Tommy. A little red buddy will spend my right ear. I tell him already, right, Tommy?
Yep.
Or maybe Rock didn't hear it. And he rock on the ground, eh? And I am telling Rock what's going on the ground where he is. Is that something? Rock. I know sometimes there's tell Rock, there's whisper in Rock left ear. You understand? Because most of the PNM, Tommy, there's only here in the left ear. You understand? Because they have that red ear plug in the left ear. Rock. Let me tell you what a little red booty tell me. Prime Minister Rowley is going back up in 2025. Now, there's the possibility that he may not go up for Diego Martin West, but might go up for next constituency. But he is going back. Because if he doesn't go back up, and the PNM wins, cancel Christmas for him. It's over. The majority of the PNM MPs not voting for him to be the prime minister. A little red booty whispered that in my right ear. Yeah, Rock? So whoever tell you that, go back and ask them again, eh? Ask them again. Tell them the fellow from Florence say, a red booty whisper in his right ears. All right. Hear what he says, Tommy. The International Monetary Fund 2024 Article
4, Consultation Report of Trinidad and Tobago, highlights the country's ongoing economic recovery and projects continued growth. In 2024, the report includes the following key takeaways. Economic growth, real GDP, is projected to grow by 2.4% in 2024, supported by the non-energy sector and new energy projects. Inflation is projected to remain low, around 2%, in line with international prices. Current account surplus something's missing here. I'm not
You had,
seeing.
to, you had to wait for him to paste the rest. He just cut and paste. So sometimes when he cut it or he copy it, he doesn't copy everything. So you know, yeah, a rock you can call. Yeah. So when he paste it, he had to cut and paste. It's always about keeping their flock
Duped.
Yeah. Why we all we want, boy, is betterment for the country, you know, and we're not getting it under this government. All right, Tom, look, he continue. Tommy, you gotta read all of that, man. All we want is the ratings.
Yeah, it's gotten to be too much now.
Yeah, we don't want all that garbology. Give us the ratings. Rock, welcome.
Yeah, what's up, big fellas? Merry
Hey,
Christmas.
Rock, happy holiday.
Yeah, all that, Uncle Tommy, Anselm, all the best, all for the new year, both of you guys.
Same to you,
Listen, let me tell you why I said that he's going to impose Young on the party, right? Because he is going to blackmail the MPs to come and support Young. That's going to happen. At least that's what I believe is going to happen. Can you hear me?
No, Rock. Let me repeat what I said. A little red buddy tell me otherwise. And so far, every time the red buddy is whispered to me, it has be accurate. That's all I go say.
So your sources are saying he's going back. That's what your sources are saying.
Yeah, he's going back.
Okay. I mean, well, I guess my sources are saying a little different.
And our
good all the shenanigans is all about getting Stuart Young in there.
You know.
That's what all the shit. That whole Brown thing was they floated that, and that was just floated to distract and deflect. But it's Young they're looking to put in there. That's at least that's what the Prime Minister and his little vanguard group or core group or cabal, as you call it, whatever you want to call it. That's what they want.
Rock.
Stuart Young. And you could see that today by that press conference.
Rock.
Yeah.
Stuart Young has two chances of being the political leader of the PNM. Slim and none. Two chances.
The connection is bad, bro. See if you can hear me better.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah, okay.
Stuart Young have two chances of being the political leader of the PNM. Slim and none.
Well, I know you're going to say slim and none. What I'm saying is
red buddy
take
tell
out
me.
None. Take out none.
My red
say
buddy.
Slim, yes.
My red buddy told me, them fellas there, once the Prime Minister tried to hoist Stuart Young on them, boy,
Well, people are expecting if he tries to really force his way through with Young, there's going to be a mutiny. But you got to remember, the argument is also on the ground that a united PNM could beat the opposition forces. So if they could find a way to put the party together where everybody either comes behind Young, because I think a lot of PNM people kind of get the feeling that Rowley is not going to lead the party to victory. Their best hope and their best chance is by getting another leader. So the question becomes, who is going to replace Rowley? I mean, so I think he's reading the tea leaves like everybody else, and I think he knows his unpopularity is high, and I think he's going to step down. I really do.
All right, we will see Rock. But thank you, man. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
I mean, I had to bet you a bottle of wine on that,
No, I got a bottle sorrel. A bottle sorrel.
Okay, a bottle sorrel. Don't forget when I come back up, I'm going to take care of that hamper, okay?
Yeah, man. Bless.
Okay.
All right.
One love.
Yeah.
You guys take care.
Bye-bye.
You too.
Folks, put your closing comments in the chat. Put your closing. Look, Caribbean still went and get the ratings. Yeah? And that is what PNM Fox couldn't get. Or Tom, look at your next partner, Gordon Joseph. Great is the UNC, for they do help the PNM prevail. Bye. So
Whatever.
yeah, whatever, man. Whatever. So of course, put your closing comments in the chat or send your closing voice notes. Of course, folks, we wish all of you a happy new year. We thank you all, for making us a success here in 2025. I mean, in 2024. We appreciate all of you. And, after the next general election, when we have a new party, Tommy, I think I'll go to Trinidad and throw a little party for all the WZYE followers and things. You know what I mean?
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. So they could get to know, see us in person now. Yeah. So we had that in the works. We're going to enjoy a new Trinidad and Tobago. A Trinidad and Tobago where we all, as Crazy says, we and we and we and we. You understand? It's we. Yeah. PNM prevail. Do you life prevail when they win? Yeah. You see, people like Gordon Joseph and them don't really worry about the 26% living below the poverty line, Tommy, because them good. You understand? Them have it good. So them don't worry about that. And then they go, it's coming with this number, and this a number, and the few of them that are good, those that are not suffering peacefully, they're all right. They're all right. You understand? They ain't worrying about the others that's suffering, though. Yeah. So, folks, of course, as we said, we wish you all a happy new year. Next time we see you guys will be in 2025. And I don't know. However you usher in the new year, we wish you the best with all your families. And we hope all of you get the blessings you richly deserve for 2025 and onwards. So, Tommy, we're going to go for the break and we'll be right back. Stick and stay. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is our last show for 2024, and we wish you all of the best and all the blessings you richly deserve in 2024. Tommy, let's read what your partner says.
Hey, take him up on the offer.
Yeah? But you was a fireman. You know anything about bodyguard?
Hey, maybe he's one of them firemen who multitask.
Multitask how? Sign up next to the ladder?
Security and otherwise.
Sign up next to the ladder. Don't you mean sign up next to the ladder?
Whatever works for him.
He had a security ladder. That is security you talk about.
Yep.
Mr. Intellectual say 2025 is not designed for teaching bulls. Boy, Tommy, let me get Mean Gene to give you a call a minute now. Call a minute now, 1 minute. We have never heard that guy, Tommy. Can you call for a minute, Tommy?
Yeah, I find he can do that.
Tommy, I ask him, because if you ask him, he might call. He ain't gonna call if I.
Mean Gene, just call us in and Let's hear your voice for 2024, 2025.
Yeah, before we go out, man. Before we go out. You understand? You know you're loyal. You've been with us here. Loyal. We just get voice notes from different people. You know? Caribbean so say he used to watch the fire truck. Nah, he used to monitor the ladders. He was the ladder carrier.
So then if he carry that, what the truck doing?
No, when the truck go to the fire, he used to take the ladder off and carry it. He used to carry.
You're ponging Gene too much, man.
No, serious. You know? Tommy, I ain't joking, you know. I'm serious.
All right.
Lisa, good night. You ain't getting him to call Tommy, man. You ain't doing a good job.
Hey. Mean Jane Julian, please call us in. Call if you don't want to call Wall Street's phone, call mine.
Yeah. Call his phone. Hey, look, Caribbean Soul make an next cake, yes? What type of cake? Not the one with the manhole. You make an next one? You remember that cake? You remember that cake Caribbean Soul make with the manhole in it? Huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, boy. I ain't lying. Caribbean Soul has to go and get molasses to put on that manhole, you know. To cover that manhole. Oh God. Tommy boy, Mean Gene. At least Mean Gene could. I mean, you know, let me go into the New Year's good now, man. You know?
Calling once, Mean Gene, calling at once.
You know, but we call on Mr. Intellectual to call, he calling, and then he calling on him to call. But anyway, Tommy, before we go, Miss Julian, can you give Mr. Julian back his phone for 1 minute, please? 1 minute. Just so he can make our call for 1 minute. 1 minute. We pleading with her, Tom. We pleading with her. Miss Julian, please. 1 minute. All right. So, folks, my closing comment. Tommy, I think we partnered us to work tonight, boy. Yeah. I feel you working tonight.
All right.
Yeah. I think
because we ain't hear nothing.
Yeah, you ain't hear nothing from him. What's this one here? All right, no, that is not it. All right, this is it here.
God. Today is Monday, Father, December 30th, the last Monday of 2024. I want to start this day by thanking you for everything I experienced this year that is coming to an end. Thank you for every morning I woke up, for every step I was able to take, for the blessings I received, and for the lessons I learned. Father, I know that not every day was easy, but in every difficulty, I felt your presence, strengthening my faith and shaping my character. Thank you for the moments of joy that brightened my path and for the trials that taught me to trust in you even more. I place this day and the remainder of this year in your hands, Lord. May I look back with gratitude and forward with hope. Renew my strength, guide my steps, and prepare my heart for everything that is to come. May the upcoming year be filled with health, achievements, and peace. Bless my family, my loved ones, and everyone who crosses my path. May we live with unity, love, and purpose, always trusting in your guidance. Thank you, Lord, for all you have done and for all you will do. In Jesus' name, amen.
From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all. I like to stay, but the guys that go, remember, hard work beats talent. When talent does not work hard, and for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. Everyone, have a wonderful, wonderfulicious, splendiferous, trumandiferous, marvelicious, fantastic, spectacular 2025, and we see you guys. Go ahead, Tommy.
It is good to have an end to journey toward, but it is the journey that matters in the end. I'd like to continue by thanking the Lord for the opportunity to be here with you and the audience, Anselm. I pray and I hope that our sister is doing all right. I haven't heard from her for a while. I'm talking about Diana. And hope that we can what's the word? I'm trying to find the right words. We can reestablish our links and live happy. I also hope that in Trinidad and Tobago things get better, because that's what we are striving for, and we are hopeful that it will, especially in this year 2025, as I look forward to something new when it comes to administrative duties towards the people. But I always say, you, the man in the mirror, you're responsible for that change you want to see. But if you look in that mirror and you don't like what you see, you cannot blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Be safe out there. We'll see each other, God willing, in the new year. Till then, so long.
Thank you, Tommy.
You're welcome, and thank you.
Okay, let me go to the chat. Gordon Joseph says, only God never fail. That's why all who put their trust in him with heart more than head live in love, have great peace, don't hate, and no love. It's more hope and prayer, not wish, that more people will get. Yeah, KFC. KFC.
Yeah, Mr. Washwood, we off tomorrow until Thursday. We meet again. So we relax with your family and your loved ones and them.
Yeah, man. Exactly. Yeah.
But tell Brooklyn, your brother-in-law partially gunfire with the 5 people get shoot up by side of me. Mr. Washwood, until Thursday we meet again and we'll keep the fire blazing again. Let's eat, right?
Yeah, man. Bless.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all the listeners and callers, everybody. Bless.
Yeah, man. Same to you and your family. Yeah, man. Fox is now saying your rating Wall Street is not important. I saw a closing comment here. I think I read it. Let me see. Tell me what we go out with.
We.
Okay, cool. Here we go. Closing comment. The grace of God Almighty guides you all into 2025. Caribbean sources, Happy New Year to everyone also. Thank you. All right, folks. We see you in 2025. We are out of here.
Politics was we and them. That was never meant to be so, according to the anthem. But ethnic insecurity was maintained to divide us by some people in the country to sow the seeds of distrust. But we have fought a new system within the community. Now what used to be we and them has now become only we. From now on this nation is we. From now on it is you and I. From now on it is unity. From now on we flying high. All the races have come together to build a better country and create a brighter future for the whole society. The we and them thing is no more, because it is plain to see in this country from shore to shore the community is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. From India and some came from Africa. Look today, their descendants are here, coexisting together. There are others who came here too, the Chinese, Syrians and such. Native people are just a few in this land that we love so much. But the politics of the day and the love for a party cause people to begin to say them is them and we is we. From now on this country is we. From now on we all shall be one. From now on that's how it shall be. From now on all division done. As today united we stand, the people of Trinidad, one country, one nation, one island. Chutney Pan and Calypso, it's Trinidad and Tobago, better known as TNT. And we want the whole world to know we see ourselves as we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. In this nation is no more, and Mother China done disappear, gone away for good I'm sure. If we want to build a real nation, there can be no we and them. In spite of ethnic persuasion, all should fit in the system. Side by side we stand hand in hand within the society, this here paradise island, because you and I means we. From now on love and tears we. From now on race do not matter. From now on we means unity. From now on we are together. They cannot divide me again, cause we enter a new era. United we shall all remain, looking out for each other. Eric tell me matter they done. Today it is plain to see a new paradigm has begun, and that paradigm is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. Some politicians have tried their best to keep we subdivided, as their policies would attest. And now we are united, using that old colonial scheme. They sought to divide and rule, because if we are not a team, we are more easy to fool. Look, they had us fighting each other, causing misery and pain. Now all these times are gone forever, before never again. From now on Trinidad is we. From now on one philosophy. From now on Tobago shall be. From now on standing equally. No more African, no more Indian. We shall all be citizens, forged together to build one nation. Though we are different persons, done away with the we and them. In this land of La Trinity, whenever we sing the anthem, from now on is only we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. From now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we. From now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we.